Namaskar, my dear brothers and sisters and my respected learner ones. After a long time, I, Strategy, am here on my YouTube channel Future Politics of India. After 2 weeks, I can remember, because in these 2 weeks, I have thought that I should go for the day's talk, but I couldn't because of some problem, some mental problem, and I don't mean by mental that I have some mental condition. Not that mental is not that some circumstance, and that's why. And also, as I am a student, I have already said that I am a student of class 10, and every student is an aspirant. In my life, I have also some aim. Many students have aim in JEE, NEET. My greater aim is the IOQM, and you know that IOQM, or you may say PRMO, this year IOQM, and that's why I couldn't attend, and I couldn't talk with you in these 2 weeks. But I was thinking, what should I talk about? So leave my personal life now. I am not going to personal life because I don't think that it is necessary to relate future politics of India to my personification, to my personal life. But even personification is important in some place. But today our topic is, today we are going to talk about why are we common. Many times we say that we are common people, and that may be an excuse. As you may tell me that whatever I have said in these minutes, that I was some suffering from problems, or my studies were going on, that may be seeming to excuse. It seems to me as excuse. No, it is not any reason. It is excuse to me. It's seeming because I am not professional. I don't think that YouTube or future politics is my profession. I can never relate politics with profession. Why I cannot, I don't know, but I cannot never relate. I mean that I cannot ever relate politics with my profession. It is my passion. I am passionate, and that's why I may become irregular. And in this way, we many times we use an excuse in many fields that we are common people. When there is a talk about, there is a hot talk. I mean by hot talk means some exceptional talks, some talks about politics, some talks which are not common, which are uncommon. Then we say that we are common people and we don't talk about uncommon issues. Maybe the issue may be with politics or with other things happening in the world. Many times we avoid it. We say that we are not for any party, we are not for any politics. We say because we are common people. Now my question is, why are we common? We say it that we are common. Many times I even say that I am a common people. I am the voice of a common society. No. We may be common people, but this is our excuse. Whenever common people is our excuse, then it is bad. Don't use it. Never. No. But whenever common people is our reason to live, to be active, then use it. If you go for French Revolution, many times I use the example of French Revolution, and I am using again. Then I have already said, I remember that I am very much inspired by Napoleon Bonaparte. This person was just after the French Revolution, but this person who almost conquered whole Europe, no other country can defeat him. But who defeat him at last? Who defeat Napoleon Bonaparte at last? The common people. So this is the reason. This is not the excuse. The common people are not leaving the battlefield. Whenever they are finding that Napoleon Bonaparte or any other dictator or any other person, not only dictator may be good, or any other person like Taliban's. It is the current situation like Taliban say. Any other person is disturbing common peoples, then they say that we are common people and this is our reason to live. This is not our excuse. This is not our excuse to leave the battlefield. If the common people of Afghanistan say that we are common people, we cannot take the gun and we cannot kill Talibans, then what will happen? The whole Afghanistan will be without any protest against the terrorists. Whole world will be without any protest against the terrorists. So common people has taken their guns. And this is the speciality of common peoples. That's why we are common people. Many times we use it. So you can easily understand that there are two meanings of common people. Whenever a person using common people word, then it is very much difficult to analyze it. So don't use this word without thinking anything. At first think why I am using this word, that I am common people. If I am avoiding something, and may you think that I am saying avoiding, may you think that avoiding some hot talk or avoiding some debate is always bad. No, avoiding something is not only bad. Many times it is bad, but not only bad. Many times you are finding that it is important to save my life, and whenever the question of our life arises, then nothing is better than our life. Obviously, one thing is better than our life, that is our motherland. But our motherland is also our life. So nothing is better than our life. This is not hypocrisy. You may think that I'm saying nothing is better than our life, or one thing is better than our life. Then you may think that I'm being hypocrite. No, I'm saying that the nationalism is, or our motherland is almost better, best of all, better than our life, better than the reason to live. But our nationalism is the only reason to live. So nationalism is our life, our motherland is our life, as we say that my parents are my life, as we say, and that's the way. So our today's topic is not about our life. Today's talk is about our common people. This common people includes mediocrity and poor people. Obviously, there are also rich people. Many times we go for some classification. We go for some classification, and then we find that common people, politicians, armies and others are different. Many times we classify it. And some persons who give reason, they say that a politician is coming from a common people, common house, a leader is coming from a common house, and that's the point. That's the most important point, that a leader is coming from a common house. And obviously I have said in my past speeches many times that always think that in yourself there is a leader. You have to find the leader, you have to utilize the leader. We never utilize the leader. I can say that we never utilize it. There are many people in our life, in our society, who never utilize their power to become a leader in their life, in their family. And that's the power of common people. When a common people is utilizing all his powers, not only the power of money doesn't matter. Obviously money matters to a place, but for the sake of nationalism, a beggar can also be nationalist, a beggar can also be the king. So only money is not any point for classify common people or others. And many times we have another misconception that common people and the king or the rich people, we classify. Simply we say that rich people and common people, rich people versus common people. How difficult is it to say that rich people versus common people? We are using the word versus, the adjective versus. What we are meaning? We are meaning that common people are different from rich people, and we are meaning that common people don't have money. Why we consider common people by money? Why are we common? Many times this is our excuse, that we have no money, we are common. Why? We are not getting job, we are jobless, because we are common. Why? Why we are giving this type of excuses? If we have no job, I'm not going to that debate, that jobless guys and others. But many times we say that I have no job because I am common people. But a boy of rich people, a rich person have jobs because they are not common. No, this is not right. You are not getting your job because many times there are corruption, but the corruptions also are turned by common people. Yes, obviously we can use the word versus with common people, but not for rich people, for terrorism. We can say terrorism versus common people. And many times we can say dictatorship versus common people. Always we can say terrorism versus common people, but many times, not always we can say that dictatorship versus common people, because dictatorship is also for common people many times there are many examples that dictatorship is also for common people. Independent nation is going to dictatorship, like Singapore. You can take the example of Singapore, is going to dictatorship because of common people. And common people is the main constitution of a nation, of the nationalism. Whatever common people say, a leader has to go to that place. A politician is another thing. A politician may oppose common people, but a leader has always to go for the common people. Now the question arises, and this is the conclusion I think, that how a leader can go for common people, for the opinion of the common people. I don't know if you can remember, many days ago I was talking about the disgrace politics. Like in past days, the kings like Lord Rama, the kings usually went to the city with in a disguise, and he usually found what are the problems of the common people. Why? Because he is also a common people. He also wants him to be a common people, and he also wants to know the greater common people words. This is the very much important point. I am hitting it. The greater common people words. What the greater percentage of common people says, and the leader will go to that place. A politician may not, but leader has to, because the leader is also a common people. In the eyes of a common people, maybe the leader is God, and many times should be the leader is God, but the leader should not think that I am the God, I am the Almighty. The leader should think that I am the common people, and that's the equation of a systematic nation, and that's the first equation of nationalism, of independence even. Today I am not enlarging my talk, and I cannot assure you that next Sunday I am coming or not. I think I am coming in this talk, and the festive season has arrived. So enjoy your lives with future politics of India. Think for future politics of India, and let your blood work for future politics of India. I am not saying that shed your blood. No. Today we are independent. We need not to shed our bloods. Sorry, not bloods. That's a grammatical mistake. I cannot do such errors. We cannot shed our blood in this independent nation. We can when a terrorist group is attacking on us. But our first duty, our first work, our first recognition is by your blood, and in our blood it is written that we are Indian. So think that in our blood, the blood is always boiling. Let your blood boiling, and boiling for the nation. So enjoy this festive season, and thank you. Namaskar.